to the Who Are You to Lead Anyway podcast to master the skills you need to navigate leadership and life. Episode 1. Good morning. I have to tell you, I have been back and forth in my own mind about the most valuable way to begin this journey. And as I'm creating this podcast for you, I could clearly see you as a leader trying to do the exact same thing. While our contexts are different, we're both juggling all the things we need to do, and we're asking ourselves, where do I even begin? So since I had this realization, I knew exactly where to begin, and what I'm about to say and suggest might surprise you. So let me tell you how this is going to go. The world of work is changing, and in the future, we will work for purpose and passion, not just money. So in this podcast, I'm going to talk to you about celebrating, especially as a new leader. And then we're going to get into the benefits or the value that gets left on the table when you don't celebrate, the obstacles that get in the way, and what you can do about it. And before we dive in, I wanted to share a little bit with you about my philosophy. So I believe you are creative, resourceful, and whole, which means you have all the answers you're seeking inside of you already. I promise you, if you're willing to ask yourself the questions I pose and explore the tools and techniques I offer, your awareness will expand. With that expanded awareness, alternate choices will become available, and you can see and take action from a more inspired mindset. Now, as your guide on the side, I'll tell you, I have only your best interest at heart, and because of this, I'm going to ask you to allow me to earn your trust. Are you ready? Okay, all right. So let's celebrate. I invite you right now, if it's safe to do so, to pause and allow yourself to be celebrated. I want to celebrate you for allowing the desire to lead to call you forward. I want to celebrate you for putting your hand up in a sea of many or a sea of one. I want to celebrate you if you were encouraged or convinced, perhaps, to step up. Did someone see something in you that you might not see in yourself? I want to celebrate you because at one point, this very moment was a goal. I want to celebrate you because you said yes. I want to celebrate you because you're here, and here you are. I want to celebrate you for everything it took you to get to this moment. You are a leader. These acknowledgments are from me to you, and I want them to wash over you, to come into your awareness and be observed, to acknowledge you for this achievement, to celebrate you where you are in this very moment. Now, while that may have been uncomfortable for you, I hope you could feel a positive emotion rising up within you as a result, and I'm hoping that you carry this feeling with you wherever you are. And if you need to feel it again, replay it and feel it again. Get used to it. As a human, learning how to celebrate is work I still have to focus on. And so while I know how challenging it may have been for me to celebrate you, which is why I did that, truly know that I'm over here doing the same work for myself as it relates to this podcast. And I'm incredibly celebratory that you are here with me. The majority of my clients are new, emerging, and high potential leaders. And like you, they're used to having big goals and working toward them actively. Once one goal is reached, they're on to the other. And they have something in common with you. They too are incredibly uncomfortable when I ask them about celebrating their accomplishments. They say things like, I don't have time for this. This is nothing. This is the next thing will be more celebration worthy. In air quotes. I have to prove myself first. I haven't earned it. And so I just want you to know, these are thoughts. These are not facts. Your brain is automatically serving up to you. And what if they're wrong? As I said, these are not facts. But speaking of facts, you do have the job. You'll have to find time for lots of things. There will be more goals you will achieve. You have proved yourself. You have earned it because you have the job. So are you willing to open to another possibility? I am. So, let's talk about the benefits, which I've broken down into two parts. Benefits as an individual and then benefits as a team. Now, I'm not suggesting that you would necessarily want to celebrate your personal achievement with your team. You get to decide that. Depends on the context. You are the expert on you. I can bring techniques. So, as an individual, celebration builds confidence in skills, knowledge, and abilities that we have. Every win you celebrate does something interesting. It fosters gratitude for more wins. The act of celebration creates a positive mindset and generates positive energy. It helps us create memories with those who have supported us. I have to tell you, although for me it's still work to do celebrations, when I do that and I can acknowledge my partner for supporting me along my journey, this podcast being one of them, my coaching business being another one of them, it was really, really beneficial to be able to do that and not only celebrate myself, but celebrate them for what they've been doing with and for me. It's such an incredible gift. So just think about that. Now, as a team, it also builds confidence in skills and knowledge and the abilities of an entire team. So just imagine for a moment celebrating wins, creating this positive mindset, building team rapport. This team who's winning together will then create even bigger goals. And winning at bigger goals brings the team to a higher standard. Not only that, it's fun. It creates high performance within the team because they're great at what they do. And you as the leader have brought that out, will bring that out. Team members there, when they work in that kind of a team, just imagine that for a moment. Imagine you being the leader in that team, or if you're a leader in a team like that. You want to stay in that team. You don't want to leave it. And others want to be a part of what you've created. So I want to tell you about a recent client of mine. He works in a fintech startup, started with me 6 months ago. And out of all of his learnings and all of his results that he was sharing with me in a closing just a few weeks ago, he said to me, you know what? Celebration is such incredible value. It's actually gold to leave on the table when you don't celebrate the journey of the small wins. Just going to say that again. It's incredible value. It's actually gold to leave on the table when you don't celebrate the journey of small wins. So I'm hoping that you're thinking about what this could be like to do. And so as with most things, I want to, so what, now what? I've shared about celebration. What can you do? So years ago, I used to work in payroll. It seems like lifetimes ago. And when I did, I was responsible for paying workers by the minute, which, by the way, I know how that sounds. And it was in their collective agreement. So parties agreed to it. And so from that experience, I know that within every day, there are 1,440 minutes. And it only takes a few of those minutes to celebrate, which goes an incredibly long way when working with humans. And so I hope that from this moment on, you don't skip over your accomplishments or those of your team. I invite you to explore and find ways to celebrate that work for you individually and collectively as a team. Now, the one caveat here is you need to know your people and how they like to be celebrated. What I'm talking about here specifically is as individuals. Some people will love to be celebrated with all of the confetti and all of the noise, etc., all of the party favors, and others will not. And you need to figure that out for yourself. So, how will you celebrate yourself? That's the question I want to leave you with. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. I did. I'd love to hear what you're taking away. Feel free to contact me. Let me know what you'll do differently. And until next time, make it a great week.
Thanks for listening. Your feedback is a gift. Please rate and review with your honest opinion. Subscribe and share with your colleagues, especially if you've worked with me and found value in the work we've done together. Connect with me in my favorite places, LinkedIn and Instagram. My website is Cynthia Jamieson Coach, all lowercase, all one word, .ca. Until next time, make it a great week.